Hello, this is Pastor Terry Goodman, and I want to welcome you to the Wesleyan Connection. This podcast is primarily for the clergy and laity of the Holston Annual Conference. Join with me now as I take a look around the connection and share some of the things happening in the churches of our annual conference. I want to welcome you to Episode 2 of Conversations at Annual Conference. In this particular podcast, I'm going to share with you a couple of conversations I had with folks from the Chattanooga District. I served back in Chattanooga from, 2000 to 2005 over at McKendree in the middle time zone, not the middle time zone, what do you call it? It's not the eastern time zone, the central time zone over there in Jasper, Tennessee. One of the churches I talked to, the lady is from Wesley United Methodist Church in South Pittsburg. Her name is Cynthia Blount, and she shares her story. And again, I remind you that the sound of these things is going to be a little bit different because I'm outside, noise is around, not the most elegant of microphones or recorders, but it gets the job done for the sort of on-the-street interviews that I'm doing. So the first interview up is going to be Cynthia Blount from the Wesley United Methodist Church in South Pittsburg in the Chattanooga District, and hear what her church is doing to help impact the community for Jesus Christ.
Hi, Terry Goodman here again, and I'm with Cynthia Blount from the Chattanooga District. Could you tell me what church you go to?
Wesley United Methodist in South Pittsburg.
What are some of the things that you think Wesley is doing to make a difference in your community?
Well, we're a very small church, but we have undertaken sort of a large project for us. We run a clothes closet, and we do that in conjunction with when the food bank is in the area. So folks can go get their food, and then they come see us and get them some good clothes. So it's something that we've just started doing in the last year, and we've had just a tremendous amount of success. It's just been a blessing. It really has.
What size church is Wesley?
We have an average of about 20 a week, 20 members a week. So we're pretty small.
Pretty small, but sounds like you're making a difference.
We're definitely doing our best to make a difference, yes.
What kind of words of encouragement will you give to other churches that maybe are trying to figure out what they're called to do?
You know, just open your hearts, look around your community, and let God show you what needs to be done, because He will. He will put it in your heart what needs to be done in your community. And if you'll just listen and go forth, it'll happen.
Well, Cynthia, thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you.
This second interview now is going to be a couple that I'm interviewing, Frances and Phil Ryder. Apparently she must be the lay delegate for her church, or she might be a district at large member, but they are from Burkes United Methodist Church in Hixon. That's also down in the Chattanooga District, and they share some of the things that is happening through the ministry of Burkes United Methodist Church. So I hope that you will enjoy hearing some of the things that their church is doing as well.
My name is Terry Goodman, and I do a podcast called The Wesleyan Connection about the churches and the ministries and the people of Holston Annual Conference.
Okay.
Would you all be willing to talk about what's going on in your local church?
Sure.
Today I'm looking at Frances Ryder from the Chattanooga District and her guest, Phil. What church are you at, Frances?
Burkes United Methodist in Hixon.
What are some of the things at Burkes that you think are really making a difference in your community?
Well, I think for one thing, we are very involved in the community in many areas with the Bethlehem Center and Erlanger Hospital and the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts, and we just have a lot going on.
Also, in the fall, we have a Trunk or Treat annual event in the parking lot. We'll have live music, and a lot of parents bring their kids out for that. We'll have between 200 and 300 cars come in, and then at Christmas time we have a live nativity scene, and that's an annual event. And again, we'll get probably on average of 200 cars coming through there. We just have it one night since it's we have the live animals, but that's a very popular event that that we do.
And this summer, for the first time, we're having a movie Under the Stars for the youth, well, for all families. But that we're looking forward to that, and I think that's going to draw a big crowd, and we like, from the community, and I think that's going to be great. We're building our youth group and also our children's ministry. And
also, we have a child development center there in the church. And I don't know how many kids are...
About 60.
About 60 kids come in each day, and that's been an ongoing community service over the years. Yeah.
We love our pastor. He's been there now for a year, Tony Collins, and he is just super fantastic.
Pastor Collins?
I know Tony. Tony and I go a long way back.
Really?
He is just
Well,
great.
we love it.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And he's made a huge difference in our church.
And our church.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Sure.
I'll get an address to Tony where y'all can listen to the podcast sometime.
Good deal.
Okay.
Great. Thank
Good to
you.
meet you,
Bye-bye.
Terry.
This is Pastor Goodman. Thanks for listening to this edition of the Wesleyan Connection. Be sure to check back often for more podcasts.